Listen up! This is a robbery!
I think anyone with a brain could agree that wearing a suit while robbing a bank is stupid. They are not designed to do bullet calisthenics. However, it's part of the uniform for the career criminal. The same way someone puts on their shoddy polyester corporate polo, khakis, a balaclava mask, and gloves is the criminal equivalent. You've gotta blend in. Act like a chameleon. Blending in isn't always the case when it comes to depictions portrayed in various forms of media. In particular, I think most bank heists seen in movies and games are unrealistic. The moment anyone sees someone with a Kevlar vest instead of a sweater vest, it would be game over, with roughly 30 SWAT team vans instantly pulling up to arrest them before one bullet is fired. But you're in luck, because you can experience your bank robbing dream in the Payday series. When people talk about how media influences their style, I feel that one that is often left out is video games. I like video games, and one of my favorites is Payday the Heist, because it gives me two things by playing it. Number one, the feeling of having a lot of money in my bank account after securing loot, aka the money. Number two, endless options to make myself immersed as my heister. My mask, my outfit, and my character. It's all my choice. Since I am playing as a fantasized version of a career criminal, I want to imprint my style onto this blank slate of a person. So, I'm going to make a Swedish man wear a Santa Claus mask while robbing a bank, if I'm feeling particularly silly, because this game has some style to draw influence from. It's really a shame that people do not give video games more of a lens to draw inspiration from. There is a disconnect for sure, since it seems that the majority of this game's audience are young people, which can create a disconnect between generations, especially when it comes to style. To avoid that disconnect, I'm going to try my best to describe the four main heisters from the first game and how the time period affects their clothes. In this version of 2011, four heisters, Dallas, Wolf, Chains, and Hoxton, start off their journey by hitting Manhattan's prestigious First World Bank. Over the next year, they would do 9 of the craziest heists ever in the history of the United States. This is done with the help of Bane, the crew's mysterious handler. Heists include, but are not limited to, destroying a bridge to free a wealthy businessman's son from a transport convoy, using a giant magnet to detach a panic room full of cash from an apartment building, scaling a 22-foot skyscraper to steal diamonds, and kidnapping a corrupt IRS agent to steal $25 million from a server. Through this crime wave, millions of dollars are stolen and countless lives in danger, putting the now notorious Payday Gang on every agency's most wanted list. Their outfits alone would have given them away. Imagine going to your tailor as a member of the Payday Gang and they ask you what the occasion is. You just have to be nonchalant with something like business trip or bank withdrawal. Then they see that suit on the 6 o'clock news. That tailor would probably be investigated or have a heart attack, whatever one comes first. Depending on the heist, the gang either equips business formal attire, tactical BDUs, or some disguises such as being pool repairmen. Universally, across all four heisters are surgeon blue gloves, a Kevlar vest under their jackets, and unique masks to protect their identities. That last one is important, so they don't go to jail. Let's meet our heisters. He is the face that everyone fears. The Payday Gang's leader, nicknamed Dallas, is a former Chicago Mafia hitman finally out from 10 years of hiding after pitting two mob families against each other. Dallas is the designated assault specialist of the team. His physique is heavyset with short hair and a handlebar mustache. Dallas's staple outfit for most heists is a light brown Glen check sport coat with chocolate brown odd trousers, some form of exotic leather dress shoes, and a light blue shirt with wide, faded stripes with a black tie. The most striking feature is Dallas's mask. It is a painted clown mask with the stars and stripes, the flag of America. Very patriotic, ain't ya, Dallas? He was once a law-abiding citizen for most of his life. Nicknamed Wolf is a now crazed man hailing from Sweden. Back home, Wolf ran a successful software company acting as the CEO until going bankrupt with lots of debt after their last client left him. He is the designated technician of the team. His physique is a thinner built bald man with a beard. Wolf's staple outfit for most heists is a two-piece suit that has a herringbone pattern, a light gray shirt with faint white stripes, with black dress shoes and a red tie. Wolf's mask is a clown mask with the bottom half painted red. A highly efficient soldier, if not ill-tempered. Nicknamed Chains is a former US Navy SEAL who spent his time offering his military expertise to the highest bidder before joining the crew. His physique is slightly muscular with a tapered fade and a beard with scarring across his face. Chains' staple outfit is a two-piece light gray pinstripe suit with a white dress shirt, purple tie, and black dress shoes. Chains' mask is a clown mask with a red nose and blue/purple coloring around the eyes. He has been a criminal since the age of 19. Nicknamed Hoxton is a career criminal that has spent his life swindling people out of money, working for loan sharks to pay off his debt, and he has never been able to hold a job for long. Hoxton is the designated sharpshooter of the team. His physique is an average build with dark black hair tied in a ponytail. Hoxton's staple outfit is a two-piece navy blue pinstripe suit with a white dress shirt, black tie, and gray suede or leather dress shoes. Hoxton's mask is a clown mask with pink above the eyes and a big red smile. Now for at the time of the game's release in 2011, do the Payday gang's outfits seem authentic to the time? The answer is yes. There is promotional art of every heister wearing a black suit with skinny lapels and tie, but I do not consider that as canonical, as I'm basing my analysis on the in-game models. I presume that each member's outfit is from the early to mid-2000s. Half of the gang wears pinstripes, which, while classic, go through periods of increased appreciation in the mainstream culture, then go dormant. Think of the decades with the most wide use of pinstripes, the 1940s, the 1980s, 2000s, and most recently, the 2020s. You can see that the use of pinstripes comes in cycles. Much of the 2000s suiting culture were leftovers from the 1990s, with many trends continuing until the early 2010s. The prolonged effect of this could be from the 2008 market crash, because when you have no money, your first thought is to clearly head on down to Macy's and pick up some new Dockers. Not sponsored. You're gonna be smart and save some money by wearing old clothes. The exact year where the 90s trends fully stopped, I would pinpoint on 2012, since this was the end of the fuller fits being sold for the now preferred skinny fit across many retailers. Speaking of cuts, the overall cut of every heister's suit is trim but not skinny, and this is most evident in the trousers. A little oddity about the jackets is they feature no buttonholes or vents. I know this is a game modeling thing, but I like to believe it's because the gang wanted that specifically. If it was up to me, I would not rob a bank wearing business attire. The suit's functionality can be described in 4 words. Absolutely not for this. A suit can't take the abuse. In fact, robbing a bank in general is not a good idea, so don't do it. You often hear how natural fibers are better in terms of quality and longevity. This is true, but it does not apply to this situation. No bespoke suit or pair of derbies is going to survive an encounter with law enforcement after a gunfight. But you know what? That's what makes these fantasies intoxicating. When you love menswear, the thought that your clothes are associated with this fictitious but unstoppable gang of criminals kind of makes you drunk with power. That power is felt through playing an immersive video game like Payday the Heist. Do not be afraid to look in more overlooked places like video games for style influence. It's just the same as any other piece of media like movies or TV that is full of personality, soul, and charming outfits.